Hello everyone, today's construction day 127.
All right, so today's thumbnail is about finding the right architect. So that's like the beginning stage. I mean, obviously you got to find your lot, and then you kind of mold your design of the home, and then obviously the landscaping around what the lot looks like. So finding the lot is probably number one. But soon after that, you need to find yourself a good architect. And I can tell you that Wilma and I hit a home run with our architect.
Yes.
Did a real great job. We had our final official meeting with him this morning. He created packets for us of all originals, of all receipts, and the permits and the blueprints. Though we've had the blueprints for a while, but a complete set of everything. Everything signed off by the municipal, so everything done perfectly. And then we gave him his final payment at the end, which we're very happy about. And then he broke everything down for us. So I don't like to give advice or recommendation because it's difficult. To do so in case something goes bad. But boy, I would really recommend our architect. You don't have to be that smart to build a house as a homeowner. You just have to surround yourself with smart people and know how to do that. So I think we hit a home run, or I know we did. And I would like to offer his services. And I spoke to him about that today, and he said absolutely. In fact, I know of one subscriber, I won't mention his name, but he did reach out to our architect, and they're already in the design phase. And the architect showed us what he has designed so far, a beautiful home that's going to be built right here in Dumageddon with a beautiful pool, and showed us the design. The house is kind of similar to our house, but it has a twist to it, and it was gorgeous. So, Wilma and I are very happy that we could, pass along, our architect to this subscriber, and let's hope that, the building stage goes great. So, if any of you are thinking about building a home in this island, Negros Oriental, just reach out to me at buildingthephilippines@gmail.com, and I'll get you the contact information. Now, quite a few of you already did. I would say about 6 of you over the last couple of months has reached out to me for not only our attorney's name and contact information, but our architects. And I supplied that to each of those guys. So we're very happy. So our architect is officially paid off, and now we can move forward. So, and at the end of the build, give you guys like a sneak peek. I would like to interview, and we'll see if each person wants to be on camera. But our contractor, our attorney, our architect, maybe do separate videos and do interviews to kind of talk through the process. So I think that would be interesting. Some good news, our transformer is installed. So you'll see that on today's update, so very happy about that. So the next step is, you guys know that our electrical line right from the house all the way out to the pole, inside our property and across our road, is all going to be underground. So we're planning to start digging that trench across the road on Monday. So we'll shoot that video. We're trying to get most of the electrical wires underground. So it just makes sense and you don't see the wires. So that's good news. And then of course the normal landscaping and tiling updates. So stick around and we'll get you guys some updates. All right, so we did get another section in today, and then Janelle was able to get some more stone. And here you can see right across from the pool that we're going to have a hose here. so we can always fill up if need be, if we need water in the pool. But we're also gonna put a shower here, so we're gonna extend this up and have some kind of a bar here with a wand, so we can shower off if we want to. Might as well, since we have the water source right there. And then there's a second water source that goes down this way, and we'll have a spigot. I don't know if you can see it. They're still working on the column down there, so there's still work to be done. But we're putting in that last section, and I didn't show you guys yesterday just how deep this transition is. So this is a steady decline, right? It goes down probably from where it punches through the wall to where I'm standing here. It's probably a 2 feet drop. But I don't know if you can see how deep that is. Jernell is down there. So from where I'm standing at this column to where Jernell is, it's got to be an 8-foot drop. So I don't know if that showed up on camera or not. So what we're doing is I asked him just to move the electrical line. So that orange PVC is our main electrical. So I asked him to move it to the side and really dig down to the footing of the fence. Get down as deep as we can, because see how dark that topsoil is? That's not good for drainage. So I want him to get that out of there and go to the footing. And then we're going to use this white rock right here and put a nice layer down there. Let's call it 8 inches of rock, maybe more. And then we'll be able to put this 45. So we got to dig down anyway, because the 45 degrees is pretty steep. But it's going to work out fine. But I don't want that last pipe to go straight down into the dirt, right? It'll all get backed up. So we're going to dig down and to the footing, and then put a lot of stone down there, and then let this last pipe just exhaust into all that stone, and then it'll continue down. So I just wanted to show you guys just how steep this is. This has got to be easily an 8-foot drop, because you know, the rock wall is at least 8 foot. So it goes down about 8 foot. Here in the spare bathroom, if you guys remember, they had just a few more tiles back here to do, so they got that completed, and they were working on the pitch to go to the drain, because the drain's in the center, and they went a little high here with the cement to try to get this to slope, and then the same thing here. So hopefully there'll be no puddling when you take a shower here, so I guess we'll find out at some point. But the drain's here in the center. And then you guys remember that we changed the pipe, so you will not see the cold water pipe going up to the heater. So you can see that they did get this tiled, so it looks great. And here is the line, the cold water line. And that's not a crack, that's a pencil. That's just a pencil line that'll come off. But they went ahead and cut the tile in a circle, and this is the main water line coming in. So they definitely made some progress here in the spare bathroom. So here's something we haven't seen in a while. Rain during the day. So I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but got a little steady rain shower here for about maybe about 15-20 minutes now. So the guys did switch over to this side to start rendering the fence, call it the west side. And here's the guys, they have their cement mix, but they're just waiting for the rain to stop. So the good news is for the tiling, you know, they can continue. The rain doesn't slow them down, so they're helpers and the tile layers. So now that the spare bathroom tile is complete, and look at the boss. The boss is always walking with a broom, and she's always sweeping up. This concrete on top of the tiles driving her crazy, so she's going to get a mop, and tomorrow we'll get this mop. But the guys now are switching over, and they're going to start tiling the rest of the master bathroom today. And they're starting to clean up all the pieces because there's a lot of pieces. So the guys came up to us and said, would it be okay if we took all the pieces home for our house? And you know, some of them are just small pieces, but we said absolutely. And then if you guys remember, we bought quite a few, just call them sample tiles. So I told them to take them as well because we don't need them. So the guys were like, you know, just so happy. So they're starting to bag up all the pieces of tile. So you can see here in the concrete bags, in the skim coat bags, see all these pieces. So they were so happy to take these pieces. You know, some of them are decent size. And here's an example of a sample tile that we got these laying around. So we said absolutely, just you know, take it to your home, no problem. So look at all the pieces there. So they're going to start cleaning this area up today because once the master bathroom tile is done, they will go ahead and start the porcelain tile, which is, you know, I can't wait to see that go down. And with the porcelain tile, what they have to do, because it's porcelain tile, is they have to mix one of these bags of tile grip per mix. So they call it a 1-1-2 mix. So it's one bag of Portland cement, 2 bags of sand, and then this is 250 grams. So 250 grams of tile grip, tile adhesive. And they say they need to use this product because of the porcelain tile. So that was, you know, that was news to me. But glad they're doing it the right way. So we have some of this on site. Don't know if we have enough, but they're going to go ahead and start the tile the main room probably tomorrow. I think it's official. Wilma is the new boss. So she's got these guys hopping. It's raining outside, so they don't want to use the mixer obviously when it's pouring rain. So the next batch they're just pouring here on the floor just to keep the tiling going in the master bathroom. And then Wilma said it's time to clean the floor. So Robert's helping out, and they want to get this area prepped and ready to go. You see Robert just throwing some water down just to try to keep the dust down. But there's his Filipino broom, just a bunch of sticks together. That's what's commonly used here all over the country. You hear that noise? That swishing noise? You hear that noise every morning at 6 a.m. All throughout the Philippines. When Wilma's mom came to live with us, she lived with us for 9 years in the U.S. I remember, you know, she got to the house, and it was a Friday, I believe. And Saturday morning, Wilma and I are off. That was our one day off together, was Saturdays. And it was 6 a.m. and we're sound asleep, and we heard this noise, that swishing noise. And we said, what's that noise? And this was our house in New York. And we looked outside, and Wilma's mom was using that sweeper right there. So hear the noise? That was the noise we heard. And it was Wilma's mom sweeping the driveway. We had a blacktop driveway, and it had a lot of trees on the property. And she was out there, right, Wilma? Yeah. Remember? We're like, what's that noise? And it was Wilma's mom out there sweeping the driveway. A leaf would fall onto the grass, and what would your mom do?
She squat and pick it up and trying to sweep it.
Yeah.
And we told her not to because we have the leaf blower.
Right, yeah, we had a leaf blower and we had all the utensils, but one leaf would fall on her grass and she would get up and walk over and grab the leaf. And then she had bags all around the property rolled up in like stuff. like under a tree or under a rock, and she would grab that bag and go around, pick up twigs, and remember?
She squats.
Yep. So when I hear that noise, that swishing noise, that's what always comes to mind. But yeah, they're doing a cleanup here because they want to start prepping the main room for that porcelain tile. So actually that's big for Wilma and I, because we really like the tile, and I think it's really going to look nice in this large room. So we're very interested to see how that comes out. So now that Wilma cracked the whip and got this cleaned out a little bit and all swept, what the guys are doing, and I told Robert that I was going to try to do this step by step. What he's doing is he put snap lines all the way around the perimeter of this room. So this snap line goes all the way around the outside perimeter. So now what they're doing is they're using their water line, their water level, and making adjustments to the snap line, making sure that from on that end all the way to the front of the house, that the snap line is level. And they'll repeat that 4 times. And then they'll do it again here, and then they'll do it again in the front. Then what they do, and we'll see if they do it again, they'll do it in the middle, going across, and then they'll divide the room in half and come across down the center. And they'll just keep making adjustments. So this is prep work. I mean, it takes time. You see he has his tape measure. They're doing everything in centimeters, and they're just going around with that water level and making adjustments and making sure that these lines are level. So then when they put the cement down and put the tiles down, as long as they follow the snap line, the floor will be level. And then you guys know they have the extra check. They actually have an actual level with them, and they put it on each piece, and they're just double checking piece by piece that it's level. So they really do a nice job making sure that the house remains level. Here's our samples. They're all out. So these are out. This one is still a maybe for the bedroom, just because the floor is a darker brown and this is a lighter tan. So we may go with this, but we're just going to go with a tinge of gray in the 2 spares. The 2 bathrooms will be white. The master bedroom, the walk-in closet, will be some sort of a tan. And then more than likely we're just going to go with white here. But we're still going back and forth with maybe like an antique white or an eggshell or something like that. But what happens is we get the samples and then we bring them back. Now in the store, this looked like a very light white, but you can see it's got yellow and a little hint of green in it. So you can't go by the samples. And my contractor told me that. He said so many times when he's built houses in the past, the owner of the home would go into the store and look at the samples and say, okay, I want this color for whatever room, and then the contractor buys the paint. Come to find out, he starts painting and the owner goes, no, I don't like that color. Well, you picked it. So we're being extra cautious here. So we're up to 4 samples. We did see tinge of gray on the wall. We like it. You can't go wrong with white, because all the ceilings will be white. But we're still messing around with this color in the main area. So it's down to some type of an antique white or just plain white. So stay tuned for that. It's been raining here pretty hard for about 2 hours, and it's just a light sprinkle, so I'm going to try to get this in. So there's our transformer. It was installed today, 25 kVA, so we can check that off. That's done. So now the next step is to get the trench dug from that pole. We're going to have to maneuver around these rocks. Might have to move a little bit. And we're going to dig a trench right here. And it's going to come right to the corner of our property. You can see the prep work has already been done. So here is the PVC that is run. And then here is the type 6 wire. And it's all one piece. So there's a lot of it there just waiting. And it goes all the way up, and you can see the orange line as it snakes up the fence. So we're going to be digging the trench here Monday, and we're going to bury the PVC as well as the 2 lines. Now at the same time, our neighbor who owns this lot right here said, and he's up here once in a while, and he said, hey, you know, when you dig the trench, you know, I'll go in halves with you on the price. And you know, instead of him digging a trench whenever he builds, he'll have the line next to ours. So he was up here today, and he talked to the electrician and got a list of everything he needs. I mean, you know, basically it's going to be some connectors and some PVC and some tie wire to go through it so they can pull the wire whenever they're ready. So there'll be 2 lines going through. One will be ours and one will be our neighbor's. And there'll just be one trench, so that makes sense. And then what also will happen is when it gets to this area right here where there'll be traffic going across this road, the electrician says when he buries it, and I forgot how deep he says, I think he says 80 cm, 80 cm down. So that's so at 2.5 feet, I guess. He'll put concrete with the PVC going across here. That's what he does just to protect it. So you know, my neighbor and myself will split that cost of digging the trench, the labor, and then of course the cement and things like that. We'll split it 50-50. So that's good. It's good for me. Shave a little bit of cost. Good for him. He only has to pay half as well. And then whenever he does build his house, you know, he can check this off the list because it's already done. So our transformer is installed. All right, here we go. It's puppy update. So look at these guys. Look how good they look. They're really starting to be puppies now. I mean, those faces, look at those faces. I'll try to get as close as I can. Look how good they are. They're not always good. They were running around about an hour ago. They're jumping in and out of their little house, and they're starting to venture. We caught them about 30 feet, almost out to the carport. They hang out together, but I'll zoom in on, look at that face. I mean, the only face that's cuter than that is this face.
Yeah, sure.
This is number 1, and then these guys are a close second and third. I mean, they're being so good. Mm-hmm. They must have a full belly because they look very content. Mm-hmm. Mommy's always close by. But look at them. Oh, geez. They're not even paying attention that I'm here.
They're getting heavy too.
Yeah, they're getting very, very heavy. So a lot of comments back and forth about getting them on solid food. So we're talking about it now. They're not 4 weeks yet, so I guess, yeah, another week. We'll introduce them to some kind of milk and like a powdered milk and rice. I mean, they are Filipino, so their temporary names is Philip Pino. And that was a name from one of our subscribers. Her name is Gwen, happens to be my sister. And there was a lot of good names, but she got that name like right away. She said, call him Filipino or Filipino.
Yeah.
So there's Philip.
And it's Pino.
And there's Pino. So it's official. So we'll
He's
talk.
hugging me.
We'll talk to the new owners to see if they'll keep those names or not. But boy, they're very content. They must have just eaten because they've been very feisty.
Yeah.
But they're not feisty now, or maybe they just like you holding them.
Yeah.
But
Mommy's holding them.
yeah, grandma.
Grandma.
So
Here's the mommy.
she looks real good. She's eating real good. You guys noticed, the long-time viewers, remember all the scars she had on her back, and her hair was very thin, thin on the top of her head and thin in her coat. Look at the coat now. Everything's healed up. She's so much better shape. So she's doing well. But that is today's puppy update.